Hello everyone, I'm Pharmacist Michael, and today I'm going to talk about whether your diet has anything to do with your risk of getting dementia. So stay with me, I'll be right back.
Welcome to Pharmacist Michael's Happy Healthy Living channel, where you will learn how to improve your life, one video at a time.
Welcome back. Many of you know that I have spent many years working in a hospital in a senior psychiatric unit. And in that unit, probably pretty close to half of the patients have dementia. So I've spent a lot of time learning about dementia, what we can do to help these patients, but also what we can do to help prevent this disease. Now we know that drinking too much alcohol or possibly chronic use of benzodiazepines and some antihistamines may increase the risk of getting dementia. But what about diet? Does it matter what you eat? You know, we've thought that a healthy diet may help with dementia for a while now, but there was really no robust studies to prove this. Most of the studies were done with maybe 1,000 patients or fewer, and they really weren't that well designed. We thought it may matter, but we weren't sure. But guess what? Today, a study was published that is pretty robust. Let me tell you about that study and what it shows. This study was published March 14th, 2023 in BMC Medicine. The purpose of this study was to investigate the association between adherence to the Mediterranean diet and the risk of dementia. Now, I've talked about the Mediterranean diet before. You can find a video that I've done on the Mediterranean diet. I will put a link to that video in the description section of this video as well, if you want to take a look at it. But we know that the Mediterranean diet is healthy for your body. So, what do you think? Can eating a healthy diet decrease your chance of getting dementia? So this study started with just over 500,000 people. And of those people, 60,298 were chosen to be subjects of the study. The subjects were followed up in 1.7 years, and 882 of them were found to have dementia at that time. There's a couple of things that were found by this study. The first thing is the investigators found that those who followed the Mediterranean diet more closely were more likely to be female, they were more likely to be better educated, they were more likely to have a healthy BMI, and they were found to be more physically active than those who did not closely follow the Mediterranean diet. So what did the study find? The study found that those subjects with the highest adherence to the Mediterranean diet had a 23% less risk of developing dementia compared with the lowest adherence group. This study had an advantage of having a large sample size. Remember, there was over 60,000 patients that were in this study. There are a couple of questions. One is, did the patients who had dementia early on just not eat the Mediterranean diet, and is that the reason they didn't eat it? Or did the patients get dementia because they didn't eat it? So that's one question we have to ask. And the other thing is, it's kind of hard to follow diets and what people eat in studies like this for a long period of time, because we're really depending on what the patients remember. They're following questionnaires, and are they accurate, number one, and are they honest, right? Nevertheless, 23% is a pretty big number. And Another reason to eat Mediterranean diet food is we know it lowers your incidence of heart disease. So what is the Mediterranean diet? Again, there's a link to my video about it that goes into detail about the Mediterranean diet in the description section of this video. It is basically eating whole grains, fruits, nuts, legumes, getting most of your added oil from olive oil, and eating fish and poultry and seafood a few times a week. Very little added sweets that aren't fruits, and red meat only occasionally. So I thought this was very interesting. The study finally came out. I was surprised that the percentage was so high, but this is another reason to eat healthy, guys. And remember, this Mediterranean diet and the fish that you're eating in this is an anti-inflammatory, so that may have something to do with it. Of course, that's not proven yet, but it definitely might have something to do with it. So I'm going to end by saying, think about this study and think about how much better you will feel and how much healthier your body will be if you follow the Mediterranean diet. If you know anybody who you think would benefit from this video, please send it to them. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel for more happy, healthy information. My name is Pharmacist Michael. Be happy and be healthy.